What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So Xbox kicked off their Gamescom live stream a few hours ago at time of making this video, and they did start it with about a 20-minute presentation for the ROG Xbox Ally devices, the white and the black device, getting some more information for those. There's also a ton of articles out already and people getting hands-on at Gamescom and videos and things like that. So there's a lot of information kind of coming out about the device. There are a couple of things we didn't get today, though, that we're going to go over first, and then we'll talk about a few of the things that we learned about today or that we saw more of today that I want to get into. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at some of the information from today's announcements. First off, let's talk about what we did not get, which I was really expecting today, especially with rumors, and that was a solid price for the device, especially for the US. So we do have a rumor that's up that is $549 for the white device and $899 for the black device, which definitely falls in line with what we've been talking about. But we didn't get a actual announcement from Microsoft, nothing official yet today, which I thought we would this morning with that announcement. We did get the October 16th confirmation, which we kind of covered before, that will be the release date. But today, the 20th of August, was supposed to be when rumors said we could pre-order and would get the final pricing. So for whatever reason, they've held off on actually making pre-orders available yet and on any final pricing. There can be multiple reasons for them doing that, but I would assume that we're not that far away. And since we're at August 20th already, I'm assuming within a couple of weeks, we'll probably get more information, and maybe they'll just send out an X post or whatever, and we'll find out about it. But we didn't get anything official, but I do think that $550 and that $899 is probably right, or very darn close to it, and pre-orders are probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and we definitely have that October 16th release date. But there's definitely other things and a bunch more information that's been coming out today, and I picked a few things that that they showed off that I want to get into. So let's move on to that. All right, so one of the things Microsoft announced today that we didn't really know about before was the handheld compatibility program, or the verification program for these games. So they've worked with game studios to test, optimize, and verify thousands of games for handheld compatibility, allowing you to jump into the game without having to tweak settings or requiring only minor adjustments, says Roanne Sohn, CVP of Gaming Devices and Ecosystem at Xbox. And they showed this off a little bit, but there's going to be some different optimizations and badges there. So handheld optimized and mostly compatible would be kind of the two categories, while handheld optimized games will have default controller inputs, accurate icons, and the correct screen resolution in full screen mode. Mostly compatible titles may require minor in-game setting changes for an optimal experience on handheld. So obviously these games are going to know what device they're on, and it's going to be one of those things where it ticks on the default settings for the game, and they're trying to make this one of those kind of easy experiences, and you just go in and play. GeForce Now for streaming on the cloud did a similar thing where they'll optimize the game settings and you can go in and change them from there. But it can make it easy for people that just want to jump in and out, and they found settings that'll work for a certain FPS or whatever the case, then at least that's a good start for some kind of verification program. Microsoft also marks games with a Windows Performance Fit indicator, so you'll get the benefit of knowing if a game is compatible and how well it's going to play. Both Xbox Ally devices will ship with the Xbox full screen experience that Microsoft's been developing to improve Windows on handheld. So this has been some nice stuff to see, and they did go over some more stuff with the UI today, the Xbox, the way the bar is going to work with the Xbox Game Bar, and Armory Crate being integrated into that now with the Xbox full screen experience and things like that. And also I've seen some X posts already talking about it. It's very quick and easy to switch back and forth from full desktop mode and then back into the Xbox full screen mode, and supposedly shut down those resources that are taking up some of the performance and things like that. So yeah, really interesting stuff to see here, and they definitely had more to show off when it came to the whole UI and the verification process and this Windows Performance Fit indicator and all of that. So they're definitely heading in the right direction as far as, at least in my opinion, as far as what we want to see them kind of turn Windows into when it comes to this whole handheld experience. But we're going to have to see how all this kind of pans out when we actually get hands-on. All right, so the other thing announced today that I thought was great to see here, especially when we're talking about these Windows games, is advanced shader delivery. So this is an experience, they're working to improve the game shader experience on Windows with this new advanced shader delivery feature. This will preload game shaders during download on the Xbox Ally devices, so certain games can launch a lot faster and run smoother without the typical stutter and shader compilation and stuff like that we can get on some of these Windows games. So this is definitely a big deal for handhelds. It's something that we see over on the Steam Deck and Steam OS, where those things are usually handled quite nicely, having everything pre-compiled, but this is definitely something nice to see them implement along with everything else. It looks like they're really trying to hit on a lot of different areas that kind of make it harder to enjoy the games on these types of devices. All right, something else that I found pretty cool today was the automatic super resolution, or Auto SR, which is an NPU to upscale games and is also arriving in early 2026 on the Xbox Ally X. Now, not the white version of the Ally because there's no AI there as far as the NPU cores go. That's why Xbox and Microsoft are using the AI version of the Z2 Extreme here, because they have a lot of AI stuff, upscaling, Copilot, and things like that they're working on. Microsoft's also planning on using the NPU on the device to introduce a highlight reels feature that uses AI models to automatically capture gameplay moments and make them easily shareable with friends or social media. There's also additional improvements to the docking experience for the Xbox Ally devices that are coming soon. Microsoft's working to enable a seamless, high-performance setup that supports big screen gaming, Auto SR intuitive controller pairing, optimized display output, and more, according to Sony. So it sounds like not only are they working to make sure the portable experience is going to continue to get better and better for Windows and for these devices, and really the jumping off point here being for the Xbox Ally X. They're also working on making the large screen experience better, which kind of tells you a lot as we're moving into the future of the next Xbox consoles and things like that. But I would like to see that, because I've always had a bit of a complaint with docked gameplay on handhelds. I've never really liked it, especially on my larger 65-inch 4K TV, and it really just can't make things look the way I want them to there. So if they're able to work on a better docking experience overall for these devices, and as we move forward, that's definitely welcome here for me. And hopefully all that stuff they learn there spills over to things that'll be available for other devices as we move forward, especially AI capable devices, and with Windows in general, that should hopefully be able to get this UI experience and the Xbox full screen experience on all these other devices eventually. But obviously Microsoft concentrating on this partnership with ASUS and starting all this stuff here with the Ally devices. But yeah, that's about it. We've got that verification program that I think is pretty nice to see. The shader compilation stuff is definitely welcome. I'm interested in the Auto SR feature and what they're going to do with the NPU cores and things like that here with this device to really kind of help things when it comes to portable and maybe docked gaming. I definitely would like to see the pre-order date and the actual final price besides just some rumors today, but I'm sure we'll get that soon enough. At least we know these things are coming on October 16th. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be trying to pre-order a white or a black Xbox Ally device, and why? Which one do you think you would want to jump into? For me, the choice is clear for especially testing here. The Xbox Ally X, the black device with all the features, is definitely the one I'm going to be pre-ordering first to review and have here and probably keep and play for the long term and really test out for the next couple of years. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.